on, people. I'm still getting over this damn cold, whatever the hell. Probably caught it from my mask I was wearing. Anyway. Normally, I'm against cops spraying and praying, and I think cops shoot too much and too fast. So get your shocker cap on, because I'm okay with these cops firing. I'm gonna guess over 50 rounds, maybe closer to 100 at this car. So if you want to leave now so I don't offend you, because I'm going to take the cop side on this one. Here we go. Oh, I forgot to set this up. Seattle police investigators are piecing together the trail of a 35-year-old violent felon, means he's been arrested in prison for, after brandishing 2 handguns at several businesses, carjacked 3 vehicles, and fired on officers before the fatal confrontation. I forgot to put that in there in context. Here we go. Now, these cops flying around, endangering people, chasing this guy, I don't like when they do that, because if they kill a family or kill a kid or a mom or a school bus or whatever driving through here at this speeds, those people don't have a clue. And where cops need to realize is, I've said the term, cops outrun their siren. And then I have the smart people who want to come here and seem all smart. Well, I thought the speed of sound was faster than a car, and they try to be smart. What the terminology outrunning a siren means is when you're approaching so fast at such great speeds that you get there about the same time as the people can hear, acknowledge it's a siren, look around and try to figure out where it's come from, and then decide on what action to take. Sometimes people stop when they're doing that. Some people keep driving when they're doing it. And when you're coming through an intersection at 100, you don't give the pesky citizen a chance to react, even though you have lights and siren. Now this guy chasing him goes against the flow of traffic, head on to traffic, etc. The guy in the car is shooting at the cops, which, I mean, if he's driving around shooting at people, I think they should catch him. He's already carjacked 3 cars. This guy is definitely a dangerous fleeing felon, and deadly force is authorized. That's what makes this case a little bit different, and why I'm taking a cop side on this when they fire 50 to 100 rounds on him. So he rams his car here. I think he hits multiple people doing this. So all those are not a big crime, fleeing the scene of an accident, maybe an injury, but we don't know if there's a kid in the car and he knocked the kid on a floorboard. We don't know if he snapped a kid's neck because they fell. I mean, this guy's hitting people. He is a huge danger. This guy needs to be stopped fast. And the longer it goes on, the more people are in danger. So those pops you're hearing is, I think he's shooting. I don't know why he doesn't have a windshield blown out right now, because this would be the one time I'm okay with the cops like shooting through their own windshield, pulling out their long guns, and spraying and praying. I mean, I'm okay with that, but they don't do it for a while. Nice car, by the way, that he stole, that he carjacked. Poor felon, out there trying to make a living. Obama will be passing a new executive order saying he should get unemployment now because the cops took his car out that he stole.
We're going wrong way northbound,
Man, this is really wrong. Every agency I work for, if you're chasing a guy going the wrong way, you either terminate the pursuit or you follow him on an alternate street to where you don't drive the wrong way in traffic, especially at high speeds. Now, other people would argue that because the lights and sirens are behind the guy, it may be warning traffic ahead of him and they may see the guy. Some would argue that the lights would make people look at the lights and then they get plowed by this guy because they didn't see him because they were looking at the lights. So this is just a bad situation. They've blacked out the speeds, so these guys are hauling. They're clicking pretty good. Okay, so this cop right here, look, man, for all cops or for anybody being chased or chasing someone, you never ram a guy from the rear with your car because your engine, all your shit's in the front under your hood. And when you ram a guy in the rear, the only thing you're doing damage to is his trunk. Anytime I've seen a cop ram somebody from the rear, the cop car is disabled and the guy drives away. Case in point. Gee, what's all that smoke coming from my engine? How the hell did that happen? Who could have predicted that shit? Ray Charles saw that shit coming. The guy drives off.
Another collision with PD at 45 at Roosevelt. Suspect still going north. Fine at 40th, still eastbound. 70 miles per hour.
Now, I know somebody's going to say pits are done from the rear. Pits are not done to damage your car. You pull up to the side and you spin him out. I would have been okay with that. Once you spin him out, you can push him with the front of your car without doing damage. But if you ram a guy straight into the rear, and maybe this guy rammed him because his brakes were hot and he couldn't stop. I don't know. It's just not a good idea to intentionally ram a guy from the rear. That's all I'm saying. You can do what you want.
You have to push me up here? Yep.
It almost seems like this car has a flat tire or is driving funny. Anybody else notice that? This car almost looks like it's not going straight. It's going at an angle. I don't know if he's got a bent frame. Maybe he's leaning out of the car and shooting back. Is that him leaning out of the car and shooting back? I don't know.
You okay? Shots fired. Stop. Shots fired. Shots fired. Shots fired. Shots fired. He's shooting at us. Back up.
Now, see, this would have been a perfect time to ram him. But Ricky was shooting at him in officer safety. Well, yeah, but think of all the citizen safety. I thought cops were supposed to be concerned about citizens. Think of all the citizen safety if we don't stop them. I mean, that's why you get the big bucks in the early retirement, because the job is supposedly so dangerous. And you get bulletproof vests and all the guns and all the bat toys. And then when you have a chance to use them, you go, oh, no, officer safety, I got to back up. Too dangerous. Okay, so this guy in the plain marked unit said, screw it, I'm stopping this dude. So he hit him, which I think was a pretty good deal. Somebody's going to say that this cop shouldn't have done that. He endangered the public. There's a woman in this car that has to get out. She's going to say this cop caused her. You know what? At this point, 3 carjacking, shooting, brandish guns. He's a fleeing felon. He needs to be stopped. He is much more of a danger for every second that he gets away. I'm okay with this guy ramming him. Other people may not agree. So now this cop rams him on a side. Looks like, are these side airbags that came down? I don't know what I think these might have been side airbags. I don't know. So maybe the window's gone and the airbags are covering up so you can't see in. Now right here, I don't know why they're not shooting. Right now, even though, you know, normally on a car chase where you're just chasing a guy and you stop him, there's no reason to shoot him because you've taken away his car and his ability. This guy has a gun. He's already shot at you. He's a dangerous felon. As soon as he stopped, I would have been perfectly okay, and I think it's 100% justified for every cop to get out and empty their gun into this car. And they didn't. Well, not at first. So this woman right here, some civilian advice that's sitting here and isn't moving. Look, you have to create distance from cops. Cops and bad guys, you got to create. They're the same thing. They both got guns and they'll both shoot and kill your ass. You need to create distance. She pulls off slowly and starts rolling, and then she jumps out of her car and abandons her car. She's still in the line of fire. If her car was capable, she should have floored that shit and been hitting cars and ramming cars and driving through this little piece of shit chain link fence. Don't underestimate the power of your car and your ability to create distance. And create freaking distance. She doesn't do that. she's going slow here, which tells me she can move. I don't know if the car is, why would the car just start rolling on its own? So it tells me she can move, and then she abandons the car, which is okay. If that's her option, at least she's creating distance, and at least she hauls ass after she gets out. Okay, so here's where they rammed him into this car, and you'll see her get out here, and she runs this way. Who thinks these cops won't shoot because this woman's in danger and she's in the backfield? Raise your hand. Well, that's because you're an idiot. They're going to shoot. Whatever this guy does, they're going to shoot. And if you're in the back path, you need to get the hell out of the back path. This girl gets out and runs. Good job on her. There goes the girl getting out of the car, and she hauls ass. Still not out of danger. She's still in the flight path, but at least she's creating distance and getting the hell out of there as best she can. Like I said, I'm okay with these cops filling this car full of lead and making it look like Swiss cheese right now. I think they could have done it as soon as they stopped him, and they're not. Once he moves, absolutely 100%, he still has the ability to get the hell out of there and kill other people. This dude needs to be put down fast and hard. I got no problem with the number of rounds fired on this incident. Good thing that woman got the hell out of there, huh? Okay, and the video stops there. So I'm pretty sure he died. I think they said it was a fatal thing. I don't know how many other people died. Again, normally, I think cops spray and pray too damn easy. They don't have freaking, round control. They don't pick their target. They don't work. In this case, sorry, I'm with the cops 100% on this one. Personally, I think they should have been shooting that way a lot faster, but that's just me. I'm a bootleg jackhammer. We'll see y'all later. Well, in that there,